Hey, David.
Hey, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
Excellent. Thanks for having me on.
No, no, thank you so much. It's an honor to have you on. It's a great pleasure to have such an important figure like yourself on my live. Just to shed that positivity with all this negativity that's going on. The whole reason for me to do these live sessions with people like yourself, not just from your background, but industrialists, businessmen, property investors. I had a musician the other day, all these kind of people to share their positive feedback in life that they have, so that someone who's feeling negative, throughout the day or throughout these 2 weeks, months, whatever, just to give them some positivity to look at. And they say that a lot of opportunities of businesses and to make the wealth or to bring that positivity in your life are these negative moments. And we're here today, we're stuck in here, but thank you so much for coming on. It's a great pleasure to have you. Before we start, everyone knows about you. I you. But there are some people who don't know about you, or may not, maybe, they don't know what you do. So if you can just introduce yourself as to who you are and what you do, and then we can get the conversation going.
Yeah, sure. My name's Dave Meltzer, and I run Dave Meltzer Enterprises now. I used to run Lee Steinberg Sports Entertainment. Before that, I was in technology. I had the world's first smartphone called the PCE phone, and then co-founded Sports One Marketing with Warren Moon,
Wow.
building my own brand the last 3 years. So I have best-selling books that I have. I speak around the world. I have an executive coaching program. I have a TV show called Elevator Pitch. I've done tons of movies. I also have the entrepreneurial podcast, which is, I think, the #1 entrepreneurial podcast now, called The Playbook. And everything that I do is to drive traffic for everyone to come to my free trainings on Friday at 11 a.m. so I can empower 1,000 people through my trainings, to empower 1,000 people, to empower 1,000 people to be happy. So my main mission in life, beyond sports, internet, money, finance, entrepreneurship, VC, real estate, all the areas that I've utilized in my life at the highest level, is to empower happiness. Happiness is the most viral of all diseases. It's spread simply by witnessing it. And the reason I came on here for a few minutes is to help drive more traffic to my free trainings on Friday, to help people empower themselves, to empower others to be happy.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you coming on here. David, a quick summary of what you said. You are a definition. In England, there's a saying: if you wanted to find yourself in the dictionary, then find yourself in the meaning with entrepreneur. So it's like if you want to find the meaning and the definition of entrepreneur, check David on the dictionary. You'll be there. So
Oh,
it's
thank you.
no, not at all. So when you were young, I know I've got only a few minutes with you, but I'm trying to get this inspiration, get this positivity into people. When you were young, did you always think that one day I'm going to be the best-selling author or the owner of multi-million dollar companies in the world, technology, sports, this empowerment coaching training that you're giving? Did you ever think that you're going to achieve this, or did you have that mindset that, yes, this is what I'm going to do?
For me, I wanted to be rich. I didn't know how rich, but I wanted to buy my mom a house and a car. So that was my main thing. I wanted to buy my mom a house and a car. I wanted to make $1 million. I thought I'd be able to retire myself, buy a house and a car for my mom. That was really what my dream was. And I was going to do it come hell or high water, whether it be a professional football player, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it was going to be. I was going to make a lot of money to help my mom.
That's amazing. You talking about your buying your mom a house? I'm on a mission to buy my wife a house.
Yeah, good, good, very good. That's a great mission. That's a great
No,
mission.
you gotta see something. You gotta vision something in front of you. It'd be miles. It'd be God knows meters, whatever. But if you don't vision that, you won't achieve that. And I think
Yeah.
it's always great to have that vision. Um, a quick example of maybe a hardship that you went through in life and you came out of it being positive? Something that you can talk about?
Yeah, of course. All pain, by the way, is an indicator. It's an indicator that you have a lesson to learn, whether it be physical, emotional, spiritual, financial. All pain that you're having right now and experience is just an indicator that you need to find the light, the love, and the lesson in the situation. For me, one of the critical ones was I lost everything. In 2008, lost over $100 million, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I looked for the light, the love, and the lessons in it, understanding and reaffirming the difference of giving and receiving. So I had always uh, gave so I could receive. And what happened when I lost everything is I shifted the paradigm. I now receive so I can give. It's a subtle difference. It allows giving and receiving to be one. It shifts the energy of worthiness and separation, inferiority, superiority. It separates the ego-based consciousness from the truth-based consciousness by simply shifting that paradigm. And I did so by losing all of my money and allowing myself to have a fresh start, taking stock in the values that I had, asking and attracting everything I wanted, being a student of my calendar by paying attention to and giving intention to what I have planned, what I don't have planned in my sleep, doing things now, because 100% of all things I do now get done. The difference between people that are successful and not successful are successful people get stuff done. And then finally, as I articulated, I practiced ending fear by stop, dropping, and rolling, notifying and identifying when I'm in ego-based consciousness,
Yep.
and using a ferocious attitude in order to stop, using a Buddhist attitude in order to breathe deep and to find my center so I can roll in the right directions. And so I call myself a ferocious Buddha, utilizing all those steps to find the light, love, and lessons in everything I do.
Absolutely. Quick question before I know I've got only maybe 2, 3 minutes with you. When you lost that $100 million, did you like put these two hands on your face and you're like, whoa, what now?
No, 2 years earlier, I had rock bottom. So
Okay.
my wife had threatened to leave me. She's the only one that had enough nerve to tell me the truth and tell me I was lost and tell me she wasn't happy, told me to take stock in who I was. So when I put my hands over my head, it was 2 years before I lost everything. And I was on my road to recovery
Okay.
to find myself and find my values. So when I lost everything, I was in fact, it scared my wife how confident and calm I was that everything was going to not only be okay, but I was going to have and be in a better situation and make the situation I was in better. And I did it within weeks.
Sorry. Is it good to be calm and confident even in the times of stress?
Yes, it's a practice though. So, fear is a motivator. It's going to get you up or get you back up, but it's going to drain you. It's a soul sucker. It's going to drain you of all your energy. It doesn't have any sustainability to it. So, to become motivated initially to get up and to stay up through fear is fine, but you need to be inspired. What you need to be is in a practice to clear the corrosion, the interference to the most powerful source of light, love, and energy that we're always connected to. If most people knew what walked with them, inside of them, they would have no fear. They would walk in calmness when things seemed to be uncertain. They would walk with such confidence and such power, and they liberate others to show their power and to affirm the connection that not only we have to that power, but
Yeah,
what we have to each other as well.
absolutely. Um, what advice do you have for people like myself, youngsters out there, teenagers, business owners, employees? Because everyone's affected during these times. It be the billionaires or it be the guys who earn minimum wage on a daily basis. What advice do you have for them to take positivity from this whole negative moment?
Yeah. So what I want everyone to do is to enjoy, to find the light, love, and lessons in the consistent, every day, persistent without quit pursuit of your own potential, your own capabilities. And capabilities are defined simply as the skills that you have that are synergistic and supplementary to things that you can make money at today, the knowledge that you have that is synergistic and supplementary of what you can make money today. And also, most importantly, keep on practicing that desire to must be what you can be, never quit. I'm doing a training on Friday at 11 a.m. Every Friday for 20 years, I've been doing these trainings, 11 a.m. Friday, on not quitting and on having the enjoyment of the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. I'm going to have to go, but I want to tell everybody the best piece of advice that I can give you is to be kind to your future self and do good deeds. If you're depressed, if you're sad, if you're lonely, if you have no hope, go do something for someone else. Be kind, do a good deed, and I promise you will feel better and be happy and get what you want as well.
That is absolutely amazing advice. Before you go, when are you in London?
As soon as I can be. I am going New York. I'm going to stop there and go to London. That's the first trip I have as soon as they open this place up.
I will be waiting for you in London. So do give me a shout when you're in London. Like, I have my property business here, so I look forward to seeing you whenever you're in here.
Invite all my UK friends to come to training 11 a.m. All
Absolutely.
right.
Whoever's here, do go and check that training out. But it's an honor to have you, David. Thank you so much for taking the time out and coming here, sharing that positivity, that knowledge, and empowering people like myself, like other viewers on here. So thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you, my friend. Take care. Thanks for having me.
Bye bye. Just a quick thing about not quitting. What he said. It took me 3 weeks to get him here. 3 weeks. Emails, texts, Instagram messages, DMs, all that kind of stuff. It took me 3 weeks to land him for 10 minutes on my live session on Instagram. And it's been absolutely amazing. The energy that I have right now, I mean, bloody hell, I've got goosebumps all over. So, like you mentioned, never ever quit, and success will be yours.